and I am excited to introduce my guest today, David Siegel and his lovely wife, Rita, and they both perform together. And I have just several few questions to ask you guys, so we're just going to ask. The first one is, do you guys have disagreements when you guys rehearse? I'll let Rita answer this.
When we what? Disagreement when we what? Can you come again?
When you guys work together, do you guys rehearse together? Do you guys have disagreements?
Naturally, we do sometimes, of course. It's like every couple, but because he's my musical director, so I usually... Well, we both compromise to one another, but I usually take his direction a lot because he's my musical director, and he kind of know what he's one of the David Siegel's world class producer and musicians. So even though sometimes I think I'm always right, but I let him be right because
is that the secret?
I mean, the truth is that I'm always right, but that's what she pays me for. She pays me to be always right. If I wasn't,
you guys are making me laugh.
Where would I be if I wasn't? No, but you know what's funny? She said, "Do we ever have disagreements in rehearsal?" I wish we could have one rehearsal. We can't even get a rehearsal. So.
No, I think she meant on stage, right? You mean rehearsal or on stage?
Like before you guys come on stage?
Oh, yeah. Well, we rarely have a rehearsals, but when we do, not much. I listen to him, but sometimes in real time on stage, a little bit. Sometimes we can have disagreement because it's hard to communicate on stage without really properly talking. But usually we both, I think that's the secret to our relationship and to our marriage. So we're together, that we actually listen to one another and compromise. I think that's the key.
You guys both have a wonderful energy, by the way.
Thank you. So are you.
Well, as an MD, I'm always right, but when it comes to who gets paid, she's always right. So that doesn't change. Yeah.
The pants and the relationship.
That's why I have no say, really.
Dave is a gentleman. He let me keep the check.
Oh, okay. On to the next question. How do you guys balance family life and your entertainment life, business life?
You know, it's not the easiest thing. It's very difficult, but this is the reason why I kind of fell in love with him and have him as my partner in life. I don't know. He seemed to manage. I mean, if you ask me the truth, I'm quite a terrible parent. He is. Dave makes time at all time for his children, and I don't know how he does. He do it for me. He make time for family, and he worked more than me. And I think the key is the secret. I think love, because he loves his children so much. Sometimes he sleep very little. He make time for them, and then and he still managed to make time for me, and we work full time. So I think there's no secret. I think we just do it. I think
my schedule's pretty humane. I could pick up the girls from school, get them a treat, go to work, come back. You know, I think the secret is just that I don't have to deal with much traffic, which is fantastic. That's the big secret.
That's a big secret.
If you were in any other major city, boy, that would take all day.
You know, because in Vegas we can commute pretty easily in town.
Oh, yeah.
The big city is going to be harder.
Tougher.
And plus, he had me to be the housewife doing all the housework, so he had time.
Wow. But you still always look gorgeous.
I thought that was getting done automatically. I thought the house took care of itself.
The cleaning, the cooking, that's all me doing the housework.
Okay, so us fans want to know, hey, when you guys are going to get married?
We actually have been married quietly, but we don't tell the world about it. But one day we'll probably have a real one.
Yeah, we'll get married loudly soon. It'll be loud. You know, there's a lot of people in town, a lot of friends of ours are getting married, and I want to wait till they're all done, so ours will be the biggest one.
Of course you are invited.
Thank you.
You kidding? You've been following me for years.
Okay, how do you guys maintain a positive energy for every Sunday for 3 hours?
You know, I'm not going to lie to you. It can be very challenging because not everybody that come, but luckily majority people that come to see me are good people like you. But sometimes you run into some people that are very demanding too, and then sometimes it can be very difficult. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes we can be very tired. But because we love our job so much, and we love our supporters like you, because we know you commute to see us, and when we're here. Believe it or not, as much as we're giving ourselves to you, and it's the same thing. Without you, we were singing to the table. And number two is reciprocation. When Dave and I perform on stage, I can tell when you are like you. Example, our TV host today is such a great audience. I felt her energy when we perform for her, and then you always like sent me such a positive energy. And when we sent that energy out and being received positively by you and our supporters, it made our job very easy.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah. No, it means a lot to us that you hear.
Feels like I'm in a relationship with you
Well,
guys.
it is. It is a relationship between an artist and our listeners and our audience because a lot of people don't know it's an exchanging energy. Like the four of us that performing on stage will perform. Will be such. It won't be the show that successfully have for many years now here. I think the biggest ingredients and the most important component is you guys that you're sending us love. Yeah.
That's nice.
And appreciate the music that we share with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. This is for Dave. David, how many years have your band Soul Fusion been working together?
How many years? What was the next
Soul
part?
Fusion.
So your band Soul Fusion?
Oh. Well, yeah. Well, no, we did a show a little while ago, and we had a few rehearsals for that. That project came together. That project was the idea of an agent, Steve Arnold. Now is a good friend of mine. I'm glad to say he had an idea to come up with kind of a cool hybrid soul band, and then we put it together. We rehearsed it. And that was how many months ago we did that show?
I think for 4 months, I think.
And then the idea for that was a few months before that. That whole idea has been out for half a year, and now we got another show coming up in February. So yeah, it's by February maybe that show will have been, or maybe that whole idea would have been about a year old.
Wow.
I think.
A year old already?
Yeah. Well, it's not long. It was just
David was actually performing in many places. He had different many projects because he won't say it, but he's like the most sought after musician in Las Vegas right now because as a piano keyboardist and musical director, because he's good at what he's doing. He pays attention to details. So a lot of people sought after him. That's why you don't see me and him work together as much as together in like the pandemic. Yeah, we are. So he took time to work for me on some projects, but he took time off on Sunday to be with me, to work with me. But technically, he worked 2 or 3 shows with many artists in town. So that Soul Fusion is starring headliner Steph Payne as a lead singer. But David's produced a show with all the music and all the arrangement. But David, he worked with so many projects. So if you see him all over town with different artists,
schedules.
yes, because David is so good at different style and genre of music because he does it all: jazz, pop, rap, hip hop, and everything. So he's an all-around incredible musician from his work ethics and who he is as a person.
Awesome.
Well, you should be my agent.
Huh?
You should be my agent.
Just a few more questions and I'll let you guys go. That's another one for Dave. You've been on many TV shows such as The View, Good Morning America, and which TV show was the most challenging for you?
And on Ellen, right? You were on Ellen, yeah.
Well, yes.
No, I think Good Morning America was the most challenging because they filmed it at 7 a.m. I'll put it to you like this. They were doing that episode on Miami Beach, and I was living on Miami Beach, and they said the call time for that was 5:30 or 6 a.m., something like that. And I lived blocks away from the beach, so I stayed up all night. 5 a.m., I put my clothes on. I didn't even drive. I walked to the beach. I go to the beach. There's a massive set with a stage and everybody, and I got to kind of sit there and watch the sunrise over the ocean, waiting for them to start the show. And by the time they were ready to tape and get on a sound check, I just was so tired. I wanted to go to bed. I was ready to fall asleep at that point. But so it was cool to see the sunrise and be on the beach and be close to home. But man, to stay awake and be all lit up for that, to play a song, any TV show like that, it's just hard being so there early in the morning, and they're giving you makeup and all this stuff, and it's like 5:30, and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Anyway,
Too early, man.
it's too early for anything. Yeah, much less 50 people telling you what to do or giving you
Do
cues
you have
on.
a good support team for both of you guys?
In this community, yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
Very, I'm
She's got the
very
best
lucky.
support, man.
Yeah.
I think both of us are being embraced in the city by many people, and like beside our colleagues and my mentors and people, like I said again, I'm lucky to have supporters like you, the host of the show, has been very loyal. And to me, loyalty is everything. Like I appreciate people who are loyal, and you've been so loyal to me.
I
for
can't
many
get
years.
rid of
Yeah.
you. No.
I would never want to get
That's
rid of
what
you.
I say. That's
I'm
what I
kidding.
teach.
I always want you to come support me because I love your energy. Anytime this woman in the room, just her presence alone, you feel her positive energy, the way she dances, you groove, and she sent out.
Yeah.
She
was
cares.
taking it, man. You were
Like
taking it.
one thing I love about her, she's such a good listener. She focuses on every song, and then she really appreciates the music. Whatever I share, we share. Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you
I
for
have
being you.
one more question for
Yeah.
Miss Rita Lim.
Absolutely.
Actually, two, and then I'll let you
Okay.
guys go home.
Okay.
So, 'cause it's running late over here. So, you worked with the Asian community for children.
Mhm,
Is that
I
right?
do. Yeah, I do.
How is that going? And I thought that was really beautiful. What you're doing for the community.
Thank you.
And everything. So.
Well, you probably, that's why I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate any Asian American. I mean, I appreciate all of us American, doesn't matter, but just because we're the minority group. So I'm very, very passionate in promoting and supporting people who are minorities like us, who are
Right.
Asian American and diversity. And I feel like us as an Asian American, we made a lot of impact and contribution in the country, but sometimes I feel like we need to do more for one another. So I usually don't turn down any charity work, be it for the children,
Charity.
or anything. Like for instance, if you have anything that being to support the Asian American community that I can do, fundraising for the children's in need of the Asian American community, for a lot of Asian American society here, that they have a lot of groups here. They tend to invite me to be part of the Japanese American Association and do something for the children. I pretty much, if I can, I said yes to all of them.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing you're
Yeah.
doing.
And I'm proud of you. You're an Asian American, and you like having a podcast and having a TV
man.
show like this and a podcast. And I actually saw some of your videos, and I like it. You're very personable. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
One more question.
Yeah.
I will let Rita Lim close it out for
Okay.
us this evening. One question is that I ask everyone is, what message do you have for the upcoming generations to come?
Oh, you ask such great questions.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hard question.
No, it is a great question. Actually, thank you for asking that. By the way, I think I never volunteer on mentoring anybody, but because of my position and what I do and what I have done in my career, a lot of people, the younger generation, seem to seek my advice, and I always tell them that it's so important to. As an artist, I think the secret that people love me so much, like how you love me, is because you felt my heart. And so my advice to the newer and younger generation, that sometimes they focus too much on the art form and their skills, but they forgot to be authentic self and show their heart to people, because people can feel when you show them the true love that you have for them, like how I love you, I love my supporters, people will gravitate towards that genuinely. So I would say to the newer aspiring singers, when you sing something, try to pick the song that you really care about it and you meant what you sing. Like you need to, I think the ability to sell the songs that you know and you appreciate, that you have experienced, it helps when you share your gift and communicate that message to the audience. But as for musicians, aspiring musicians, or actressing, or everybody, that your craft is about playing and the instrument. Sometimes it's hard to get the message across. I think just enjoy what you do. Like when you watch Dave Siegel play, you can just tell that he loves what he's doing. So the energy will show. I think the core of the answer is just to be your authentic self and be the most sincere with your honest with your craft, with your gift, and then you felt it, because when we feel it in our heart, you felt it. The audience feel it.
All right. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for taking your time to share your guys'
And be kind to your colleagues.
Yes. Thank you for taking your time today, and I wish the best of luck for both of you guys.
Thank you, my
Career
friend.
and whatever you guys end up doing. And
It's an honor
I'll
that you.
continue to follow you guys.
Thank you so
as
much.
long as I'm still here. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
That's
will
a
always
wrap.
be here.
That's it for the interview. I'm gonna let you guys
Yay.
go.
Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.